What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dave Mo. Welcome to Money Talk, the only channel out here that's combining personal finances with growth opportunity and used car mentorship. So if you're into those things, subscribe, ring that bell, and I don't know the third thing that you're supposed to do. Oh, thumbs up if you like the video. Thumbs up. I'm not new to making videos, just new to asking. Any which ways, just hit the subscribe button, watch the video. If you enjoy the content, leave me a thumbs up. In today's video, we're going to talk about floor plans. This is geared towards my used car dealers, all right? So you open up your used car lot. You're a little bit short on funds. And here comes NextGear, Westlake, Carbucks, whatever. Here they come. They're knocking at your door. They're offering you this floor plan. Full disclosure here, guys. I have a floor plan through NextGear for $200,000. Westlake just hit me up and is offering me a match of $200 at a better interest rate and a little bit different perks than NextGear is giving me. Excuse me. Do I need the floor plan myself personally? I do not, but there are certain perks that I could take advantage of from each one by using it. And because I have cash in my business account, there's no saying that I have to stay with their floor plan and not be able to buy it out. But this isn't about me, this is about you. So let's talk about floor plans. Number one, first and foremost, a lot of hidden things go on with floor plans. Number one, you get your floor plan, and I say they're hidden, but they're not actually hidden. They're just, most people don't know to ask these questions. Number one, what is the initial fee? So there's a setup fee per vehicle, all right? So I think with NextGear, it's $95, and it could be different for everybody. So I'm talking about with me. For Westlake, I think it was $75, all right? So right off rip, boom, I pay for the car, it's $75. With NextGear, I think they're only willing to pay for the vehicle. Westlake is willing to pay for the vehicle and transportation. So that is an added bonus. Ching, ching, one for Westlake for me. Another thing you want to know is I did not ask Westlake about this, but I will. With NextGear, it's the day of the auction. So a lot of us use Manheim. And as we know, with Manheim, I don't know if this is extended to every dealer. I know it was extended to me and I took advantage of it. With Manheim, I do not have to pay for the car until 48 hours after the title has been received. That is beautiful. But with NextGear, if I pay, let's just say I bought the car on the 1st, for argument's sake. I bought the car on the 1st, the title comes in on the 21st. I make my payment on the 22nd, but I use NextGear. NextGear goes back and says, okay, we're gonna start charging you from the 1st. Even though they didn't pay until the 21st, they're looking at it like, well, I've owned the car since the 1st. Even though I never removed it from Manheim, they had no title, that's how they're going to do it. That's something you really wanna be aware of. Is that, are they going to charge you from the time that they issue the money, or are they going to charge you from the day of the auction? I don't know that answer with Westlake. I will get that for you and we'll get back to you, okay? Westlake requires you to be in business for 3 months, all right? NextGear did not. NextGear did not require me to be in business. So I'm going to say this, didn't require me to be in business, didn't require me to be licensed for 3 months, okay? My LLC dates back to 2019. Therefore, for all intents and purposes, I've been in business since 2019. I just never had a dealer's license. Because I did the DBA, I was able to take advantage of the longevity, or if you will, or the lifespan or the established date of my LLC, which really did help me out, I guess. So with that being said, inspections, site inspections, NextGear. And again, I don't know too much about Westlake. There are some perks that they have we'll get to. I had to ask them questions about this. NextGear, they charge you to come to your dealership and see the vehicles you have on the floor plan. Now, what that charge is, it's different for everyone. I want to say it's like $119 for us, where they're going to come out and they're going to look at the vehicle and make sure that you have it there. If the vehicle is not on site, you need to say, hey, the vehicle is with the mechanic shop. The vehicle is back at Manheim. The vehicle is out on a test drive. The vehicle is at my house. They don't like that answer. whatever it might be. Now, there is a different plan with NextGear that they will put everything in one, but it's not offered to new dealers. I am still considered a new dealer. As soon as I get out of that window, I want to put everything into one, where I believe it's like $120 as soon as I floor the car. And that's the only thing I have to worry about. If they come to my lot, I don't have to pay for it. That's it. I'll have to pay interest. And I want to say with NextGear right now, their interest rate's at like 15%. And you're going to have to break that down. Westlake was at 9, like I mentioned. So, and it changes. It varies depending on what you're doing, how many units you're selling, how many units you're buying, rather, because they don't care about selling. But while we're on the selling topic, here's another thing that you want to know. If you're using a floor plan to finance vehicles, so you just bought this 2016 Nissan Altima, you got a hell of a deal on it, you're going to finance it to said customer. NextGear's got your title, okay? So now what ends up happening is the customer comes in, they get approved. Boom, they're approved for the car. Now, you got to get the title from NextGear to either A, get it shipped to the finance company with your paperwork, or you're going to ship your paperwork, they're going to ship the title, and you're going to hope that it lands on the same desk. Or you're going to ask them, hey, can you ship me the title? I haven't paid you yet. Ship me the title. And then you're going to put everything together in one nice little packet, which I enjoy doing, and you're going to send that off to the finance company. And then they're going to issue you your check, usually within 48 hours. I mean, there's been instances where you could just scan documents in. They know you're good for it. They'll issue you your check a lot faster. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. So if you don't have the money to pay for that car up front when you finance it or when you get it up for sale, then you might not want to do that. Another thing is, if you're going to sell cash cars, this works out well for you. If you can floor a car within the amount of time you're going to sell it for cash, it's a beautiful thing, because you spent, let's just say, again, you spent $5,000 on the car. You're selling it for $8,000, okay? So the customer just gave you the money. NextGear or your floor plan company has the title, okay? So you just got the money in for the car. You can put that money into your bank. You can then pay off NextGear or whatever your floor plan company is, and then you can simply get them, they overnight you the title. Once you get the title, put it with the deal, process the paperwork, you're in and out of this deal within a week. That's the ideal situation. But really and truly, the ideal situation is getting to a point where you don't need floor plans at all. But I do see value in it. For me personally, I use the floor plan, NextGear generally speaking, for all my wholesale deals. Every one of my wholesale deals is going to deal with NextGear. The reason behind that is NextGear allows me to float the titles. So what that means is when I go to Manheim and I buy the car and the title is not there, I can take the car out of there, do whatever reconditioning I need to do to it, run it back through Manheim. As it's going back through Manheim, even without the title, they're going to get paid from Manheim. They're going to pay off my loan, and then they're going to cut me my profit, which is perfect for me. That in of itself is worth its weight in gold. All right. So that's why for me, I'm going to probably use my NextGear floor plan strictly for wholesale deals. So in my mind, even though I have the money for the car, I don't have to worry about it because I'm going to use their money, going to leave mine free for any trade-ins that I might have to buy or cars from the street that I'm going to buy, whatever. All right. I have the money readily available to me. They're going to bring I'm going to buy the car, get it reconned, get it back out to Manheim, hopefully within 2 weeks, sell it, and then get my check. And basically I'm going to make free money because it really never took any money out of my pocket. So even though they charged me whatever it is they charged me, I was still able to make profit. All right. For me, that's the best way. That's how I'm going to use it. How am I going to use my Westlake floor plan? If I decide to go with Westlake, and they are putting up quite a, they got some good things going on. I do financing with Weston, and I do financing with Westlake, as well as some other banks. With Westlake, if I use their floor plan and end up financing that vehicle through them. They handle all the paperwork for me. I don't have to worry about all that title jazz, none of that. They also drop the interest 0.5% on the amount of days I had. They also waive their $75 fee for doing this. So they're dropping a lot of their fees that I'm using. So it might be a good idea for me to finance all the cars that I want to sell for financing through Westlake. Again, I'm going to say this again to you guys. As long as you have the money to back you up, meaning once that term comes to an end or you see it's coming to an end, you're buying yourself out of it. You don't want to be a dealer that overextends themselves with floor plans. And now the floor plan company comes in and says, hey, we want the cars back for whatever reason, because we decided that, you know, your company's not worth 200,000, it's worth 100,000. And we can only let you go up to 100 grand. So the other 75,000, if you spent 175 of it, has to get paid off, or we're going to come and pick and choose the cars that we want. You're either A, going to have a fire sale, or B, have to come out of your pocket with 75K. If you don't have it, you're SOL, my friend. You're SOL. So, you know, you hear these other dealers say these astronomical numbers that they have. Actually, right now, you're probably hearing dealers saying, there's no more floor plans. Oh my God, the floor plans are over. They came, they took half the car lot. But man, like from my experience and only my experience, that's the furthest thing from the truth. And I'm going to tell you right now, the only reason why I could see YouTubers saying stuff like that. Now, I speak from experience. I'm not sitting behind a desk acting like I'm something I'm not. And those aren't shots to anyone that sits behind desks. I'm letting you know right now, I'm out here selling cars. I really opened up my own car dealership. You guys are in the Tampa Bay area. You want to come down to my car lot. You want to have lunch. You want to chop it up. You want to see everything that I'm doing for real? Come on down. I will take the Pepsi challenge, motherfucker. Like, I'm down with that, all right? I have nothing to hide. So that's what you guys want to look at. You want to like really know who you're getting this information from. A lot of dealers that are YouTubers, they don't want competition. Even though I'm in Tampa, Florida, and they might be in Ohio, they're worried about competition. I don't give a damn. I got a spot on Florida Avenue and Hillsborough Avenue. You can't get more competitive. I didn't choose to go out to Zephyr Hills where there's only a couple car dealers. I went right into it. That's how I like it, all right? Competition makes you better. You don't get stronger. You don't become a better fighter by being a bully. You become a better fighter by fighting opponents that are better than you. That's how you get better. You become a better car dealer by going up against car dealers that move more volume than you. And if you don't have a floor plan, you don't have this, you don't have that, who cares? Those are excuses. Those are excuses. Work it with what you have. And you become the best. You're the underdog. No better position in life than being the underdog. I can tell you that right now. You'll never fight harder. You'll never get stronger. You'll never, ever, ever not be hungry when you're the underdog. When you're sitting on top of the mountain, you get lazy, you get fat. You don't have to work as hard. All this other shit, blah, 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 blah. I wake up every single morning, and I'm only as good as today. And I keep that in my mind. That was off the topic. Back to the floor plans. I apologize. That's a little bit of motivation for your ass. So that's how I would use my floor plans. A, wholesale deals, especially if I'm going to use next year straight through Manheim. Make that extra side money. Let the retail be the bread and the butter. And you could actually flip that around because I've actually made more money per car on the wholesale side. But I will say this, if I take what I've learned from wholesale and take that into my retail and finance it, I'm unstoppable. I'm letting you know right now, that is the plan. I'm just taking the temp right now, seeing what's out there, seeing how we're moving. If I was gonna do floor plans and like floor plan my whole inventory, I would really be hesitant. I think I would say, let me set a number, whether it's a dollar amount or a car amount, and work with that number. So as you know, with more cars comes more headaches. So if you went out and you have a floor plan, you bought 10 cars, now you need 10 cars worth of repairs. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. You need 10 cars worth of repairs. So if you're not up for that, or your mechanic's not up for that, or you don't have the cash to pay for those repairs, plus the detailing, plus the photos, and answer all the questions for it, you could be in a world of you know what. biggest thing not to do with your floor plan, in my opinion, buy here, pay here. I would not ever, never, ever, never buy a car I plan to do buy here, pay here with a floor plan. Never. Never in a million years. It doesn't pay. You're going to lose money right from the beginning. Even if you pay the $95 up front plus the percentage per day, it's just not worth it. So again, I'm laying this out to you guys. This is my plan, all right? My plan is to take the money I make and the profit to reinvest it into buy here, pay here cars. Ideally, by the end of this year, which is give or take about 4 months, I would like to see about 10 to 20 buy here, pay here accounts on the books for us. $300 a month. Well, actually for me. So the way my business is set up, it's kind of like a co-op because it is myself and there is a partner of mine who's a silent partner. But the way we have it is I buy my cars, he buy his cars, and we will buy cars together, but those are just the cars we're buying together. My money does not affect his does not affect mine, whatever. But when it comes to buy here, pay here, there is absolutely no commingling. The dealership is solely in my name. Therefore, a lot of the buy here, pay here has to be in my name. That's not saying that they can't do buy here, pay here. They're going to have to get their own finance license. They're going to have to figure it out. Or I'm going to have to get with my accountant where every time we take a check in for them, we're going to have to cut them a check right away because I'm not paying income tax on someone else's money. But that's a story that's an issue for me to handle when the time is right. For me personally, I would love to see the next 4 months put about 10 to 15 on the books. Even if I only did 10 at 300, it's 3,000 a month. And I'm just going to keep rolling it over. The ideal number for me is to have 120 cars on the books. With an 80% pass-through rate, you're probably looking at something in the neighborhood of like 100 cars that are getting paid for, roughly, because I want to say that number is a little bit more like, let's see, so that's 20, so it's actually 96 cars. For argument's sake, we'll just say 100. At 300, that's 30,000 a month, and that's what you're bringing in through your buy here, pay here. And it sounds really good between you and I just talking, but there's a lot of work that gets put into it. There's a lot of headaches that get put into it. But once you get through all the headaches and once you get through all the work, it's a really nice setup you'll have, all right? You'll turn into an over $500,000 a year dealer, which is decent. You're not putting up crazy numbers. You're not, putting down low end numbers. It's a good number though. It's a good number. But I would definitely not use my floor plan for any of those cars. I would be using all the profit from that to buy here, pay here cars, which can easily be turned into cash cars as well. But that's neither here nor there. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's anything that I can do better, please let me know. Definitely leave comments down below. And that's like the biggest thing, guys. Leave the comments, all right? So I'm out of here. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your loved ones. We're out of here.